Before we begin this episode, I'd like to recognize the Harsh Rules Patreon supporters that help make content like this possible. If you'd like to support the channel, head over to patreon.com/harshrules to learn more. And once again, thank you for your support. Another way you can support the channel is by liking and subscribing. Liking a video helps me understand what content is successful with this audience. As for subscribing, new content appears on this channel first. While you may have found your way here from Board Game Geek or other sites, in the future I'll also be adding more exclusive content that may only be found here. The best way to be informed when I upload new videos is to subscribe and click the bell icon for notifications. Once again, thanks for watching, and now let's get to the video. Welcome back to Harsh Rules. This has been Harsh, and for Show and Tell Sunday, we are going to look at The Last 100 Yards. Now, this was a game that you, the subscribers, several of you had sent me messages saying, pick up this game, take a look at this game, this is a great game. So I did. Now, unfortunately, when I went out to purchase it, I wasn't able to find a reasonably priced copy still in the shrink wrap, so I did pick up a second-hand copy at eBay. I'm going to interrupt myself from the future here for just a moment. I know some viewers are thinking to themselves, oh great, another game I can't find. The majority of GMT games fall under their P500 system. P500 is basically a pre-order system where once GMT receives 500 orders, they will print another batch of the game. You'll also see that you get a discount for pre-ordering. Now at the time of this recording, The Last 100 Yards only has about 35 pre-orders. But I'm sure since there are 2 expansions coming for this game, more orders will start coming in and this game will see its second printing. So if you like what you see with The Last 100 Yards, head over to the GMT Games site and you can put in your order. Or hit up eBay and hopefully you can find one at a reasonable price. Now let's get back to the unboxing. But this one is in fantastic shape. As you'll see, the user took very good care of it. So let's talk about The Last 100 Yards. So right off the bat, I am not a big fan of the cover art. I'll just kind of be honest right there. I mean, I've seen this image so many times, after a while it loses its impact. You can't judge a book by its cover, right? So let's take a look. So this game was designed by Mike Denson, and there's not a whole lot of other accolades on the cover. I am not familiar with Mike Denson. This is my first game from him. So let's flip it over and take a look. Now, although I'm not impressed with the front, the back is actually really well designed. So we have pictures of the maps with the logo in the center. You know, lots of really nice, it's hard to read probably in this with this camera, but it has a very nice write-up on the back explaining the game, the purpose of the game, so initiative and advantage, simultaneous versus sequential, like how the small combat units work, how you win the game, and an emphasis, which I'm really intrigued to look into, which is the simplicity of the rules. And then you also have a great call out here that shows the counters that you have in the game. So this one, as we just talked in another video about symbology, this one actually uses pictures of units. So it really has a combat commander feel to it right from the start. And then, of course, we have the usual GMT grids, so it shows that this is a medium complexity war game with a medium solitaire suitability. Shows the contents, the scale, the units. So this is a squad level game, very similar to, you know, Combat Commander. I also get a Conflict of Heroes vibe here, as well as like Ghost Panzer and some others. Let's open this guy up and take a look. There we go. Kind of a waxy finish, so it sticks. So as you can see, the prior owner took very good care of everything. Everything's in a little bag. Let's see if we can find... So a lot of these, we've got some numbers, arrows, different types, like assault, some different things there. Here's control markers. Here is some of the counters with the units. So once again, looking at this, you get at least I'm getting a really strong Combat Commander vibe, which is very cool, kind of exciting, because I do love that game. So here's some more counters. Even bagged up the extra little colored chits. Let's see here. We'll scoot this over so we can see. So more of that. You also see that we have some dice. 4 10-sided dice. So there's a lot of it. So let's get past. Normally this would all be on counter sheets. So, but yeah, here's some tanks. That's cool. So even though they're squads, there are tanks in this game. Sometimes that's not always the case when you're playing at this level. Sometimes they like to leave those out. So here we have. Now these were quoted on the back as being simplistic. So let's take a look. So we've got the UNID. Yep, it has the descriptions. I like that. Pictures that break up the text. Let me see. This is difficult on the surface. All right, now we have a few pages like actions, maneuvers. A lot of pictures at the beginning, and then it kind of falls in more into text. Could be completely fine. And one good thing is I will often rail on GMT rulebooks. GMT rulebooks are fantastic for reference, and I'll make a video at some point talking about the different styles of rulebooks and the purpose. I mean, there's never really a bad rulebook per se as to whatever purpose it is. With GMT, though, they use what I call a reference style. Maybe there's a technical term for it, but GMT rulebooks are designed so you can find things. Okay, my struggles with them is they're not always designed so you can learn things in the most efficient manner. It kind of falls into the old school of like you need to read the entire rule book, digest all the material and kind of reorder it in your mind in the proper sequence by fiddling around with all the components and whatnot. So the good thing about them, though, is that when you're playing, you need to find something. There's reference, there's sections. You can usually find things. It's the learning that's kind of challenging with them. But we'll see. This is supposed to be simplistic rules. I'll read through this book. We'll find out. Then we have the playbook. And this has got scenarios in it, I'm pretty sure. Lots and lots of scenarios. So it's, once again, it looks like a lot more rules, to be honest. Talks about assaults and fire assault. We'll see. I'm used to what am I doing here? The designer notes. I'll have to read that. Kind of interesting. It's not the type of playbook I was expecting, to be honest. It actually talks more. It's like it's more rules. So this could be similar to, and I'm just speculating at this point, but I am working on the Fab series right now, so maybe they're using that style where there's rules and then the playbook is for this game. And I know there's expansions. One of them I think is out and another one's coming for this game, so maybe that's the style, but it's different than I thought. All right. Let's hold this. It's a little easier now. So we've got the player aid card. Some combat tables. And these are all fold-outs and double-sided. So you got, oh nice, terrain tables. That's pretty nice. So the casualty track. Interesting, and more sequence of play. So, God, I am totally getting a Combat Commander vibe off of this game. Player aid card, yep. There's more of that. And then we have the terrain or the boards. Now, with this one, unlike Conflict of Heroes that have these nice thick boards, these are much thinner. So they're thick paper, but they are not the fancy boards that you'd get with that game. So still fine. So we got quite a few of those. So once again, very similar idea to Conflict of Heroes as far as the fold-out style. It's just a thinner paper, so you'll need some plexiglass probably to keep this thing under control. Oh, we got a fortification of some kind there. That's interesting. Wow, a river one. That river's pretty dark. It's almost like an oil, an oil thing. Huh. Okay, then we got combat tables and mission. Now, here we go. This is what we're looking for. Okay, so actually the missions themselves are on cards rather than in a book. So, let's see if we can find mission 1 here. It's probably here. Yep. So here's mission 1. That's pretty nice. You can just kind of lay this out and set it up versus trying to hold open a book. The Dark Woods. So 3, 4. Looks like this one's up to 8. And then looks like a total of 11 missions. Very nifty. Wow, that's a big one. There's 4 of those. Thank you guys on the channel that recommended this. This does look really interesting. So this is The Last 100 Yards by GMT Games, designed by Mike Denson. So thanks for tuning in for this little show and tell on Sunday. My name is Ben Harsh for Harsh Rules. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode. If you found this video helpful, please give me a like and share with your friends. To be the first notified when the next episode of Harsh Rules becomes available, please hit the bell icon for notifications. And as always, this is Ben Harsh for Harsh Rules. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.